How's it going, guys? Today, something a little bit different, but also very cool. I'm still Adam, and this is still Hix Bros music, but this isn't a pedal, because we're not talking about a pedal today. Today we're talking about this. This is a cool thing Fender came out with not too long ago, I think within the past few months. It is their take on a Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster, but for a right-handed person. I'll explain. Basically, it is titled the Fender Jimi Hendrix Signature Stratocaster. So what it is it's a Mexican-made Strat with some tweaks to give it a more Jimi-esque sound and appearance. The things that make it different is that even though it is a right-handed body, they've cut the pick guard in such a way that the pickup angle is now opposite, so it's closer to the bridge up here in the bridge position on the bass side of things. And the treble side of things, it's further away from the bridge. See, here's a normal Strat's pickup angle, just for comparison's sake. That's how most of them look, which does change the tonality a bit. It might be more noticeable to some ears than others, but it is something different, and it's kind of meant to give you more of a Jimi-esque sound, because him holding a guitar upside down but stringing it normally would have given it the sound this would theoretically give you. In addition to that, the neck. As you can see, the headstock here is upside down, quote unquote. It's just a left-handed neck, but they just printed Fender on it right side up so you can still read it. Other than that, it's normal. You don't do anything different in the way you play it. It's still just a regular 6-string guitar, except for the fact that it looks like you're playing a Hendrix Strat. And just so you guys know what I'm playing through, it's just this guitar, Dunlop standard wah pedal, that's how I'm going to get the Voodoo Child-esque kind of sounds, and a Blues Junior, which is a single 12 tube amp. I'm not doing anything, distortion effects or anything. All the dirt and overdrive you're going to hear is just from the amp. I've got the volume turned way up and the master turned pretty far down, so all the distortion and breakup you're going to hear is just naturally from the amp. I'm not running any distortion or fuzz or overdrive pedals or anything like that. It's just straight guitar to amp. So let's play around a bit and we'll see how cool this thing sounds. Alright, so now let's just talk about the different sounds. I'll play through each of the pickup positions and we'll kind of just compare them and see what we think. So we'll start off here in the bridge position. So this is theoretically going to be the most trebly and the most bright sound. A lot of treble response there. I'll move into position 2, where we're using the middle and the bridge position. So a little bit throatier, a little bit more mid-rangey. Now we're right in the middle position. Mid-rangey, losing a little bit of that treble, going into a little bit more bass-heavy territory. Now we're getting into what my ear tells me is more Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix-esque sounding, is when we get into this position, where we are neck and middle position. Response there, but we're not losing any of that kind of throaty, guttural sound. Now we're in my favorite position, at least personally, for a Strat. We're in the neck position. This is where you're going to get the majority of your bass response. being that it's a Strat, it's got a lot of range and a lot of dynamics. The neck is actually fairly standard feeling. It doesn't feel any thicker or thinner than most Mexican-made Fenders, which is what this is, if I didn't already clarify that. It is a Mexican-made Fender Stratocaster. The pickups are 65s, vintage 65s, Americans, and this is a great guitar. It sounds and feels really, really nice. They definitely did a great job of capturing the appearance of a Jimi Hendrix guitar with the off-white finish. Also comes in black, but with this off-white finish, normal white pick guard, the pickups being a slightly off-white. Cosmetically, it looks brilliant for a Jimi Hendrix Strat. I mean, obviously, to make a real one, you would just take a righty guitar and flip it, but to make it comfortable and practical for a right-handed player to have a guitar that looks and sounds like a Jimi Strat, they did a great job on it. Really nice neck all the way around. It is a gloss finish on the neck, both on the fingerboard and on the back of the neck and the headstock and all of that. The only thing to take into consideration with this guitar is make sure you're tuning it right, because this has thrown me off a few times. Your low E string is down here now, because being that the headstock is flipped, that string falls in line with that tuning post. So it's just a matter of getting used to that. Other than that, there's not much learning, because it's just a normal Strat other than that, with some Jimi Hendrix twists that make it sound and look really, really cool. So that's been my time again for this week, guys. Thank you for watching. Can't thank you enough. And tune in next week for another video. Thanks, and we'll see you later.